Okay, hello, it's Lauren here from Raw Raw Consulting and the Raw Raw Spirit Team. Woo! Hope you are doing well. Welcome to Tuesday if you're in Australia, of course, Monday if you are in another part of the world where it's not Tuesday. Figure that one out. I just wanted to drop on here, honestly, to talk to you for a couple of minutes about the power of a smile. Now, it might sound super dorky and super lame that I want to actually talk to you about smiling for a minute, but I actually want to talk about it in relation to body language. So, did you know that your body language can convey a whole bunch of unspoken truths about how you are actually feeling, about yourself, about another person, about a situation? Now, your body language actually includes your posture, your facial expressions, your hand gestures. And when you're good at interpreting body language, you can actually pick up on what people are not actually saying. So when you are aware of, the impact that your body language does have on other people, you can actually use it in a positive way to add strength to the messages that you want to convey or, what you want to tell people. So for example, when I'm doing a Facebook Live, I still often talk with my hands because I normally talk with my hands in person anyway, but the more energetic and the more outgoing and excited I am, the more likely you are to resonate with my message, as opposed to me just sitting here being really bored and talking to you about body language and the meaning of it, right? When I talk to you and I'm like, body language, and I'm a little bit more expressive, it's actually an opportunity for you to connect more maybe with me and a little bit more with my message. So today, one of the things that I really wanted to encourage you to think about was, what is your body saying? What is your face saying? What are your hand gestures saying when you're saying nothing at all? So what I mean by that is very often we stand in defensive positions, i.e. with our hands or arms crossed. You might not be able to see that, but my arms are crossed. We often stand with a resting face. Now, some people have a resting bitch face, and it doesn't mean that they are like that. It just means that their face tends to rest in a position that's maybe not like a welcoming resting position. Our posture can often mislead us. Sometimes we actually hunch or we, kind of bow our head a little bit lower. These are all small things that actually determine whether or not people want to get to know us better, whether or not we're projecting the better version of ourselves. So I just want you to think about, what is your body saying? What image, what impression are you giving to other people when you're not paying attention? And one little hack that I will tell you, and one of the challenges that I actually have, is that I sometimes struggle with smiling all the time. Okay, so I don't think I have like a resting bitch face, but I definitely have a resting face that kind of gives the impression that maybe I'm thinking of something, or I'm just not as expressive as when I smile. So when I smile, not only does that allow people to want to get to know me more and connect with me and listen to my message, but it actually does make me feel better inside of myself, right? When I smile versus when I don't smile. And I would recommend that if this is something that you also struggle with, that you could actually I really legitimately do this. I was going to show you on my phone, but I hit record before I figured out where I have it set in my day, but I actually have a alarm in my phone that goes off that reminds me to smile. That's real. That it goes off in the morning and it reminds me to smile. And it also just kind of reminds me to be aware of what my body and what my face and my hands is telling people. And when I'm not, kind of taking control over it, I suppose you could say, being self-aware of what I'm doing, I could be giving a misleading impression. So very often in business, we decide whether or not we want to work with somebody based on our, very often first impression, and then getting to know them a little bit more. And if we aren't standing straight and we're not smiling and we don't seem like we're people that are competent and and happy and easy to work with, then we could actually be losing sales. We could be losing opportunities to make new friends. We could be potentially, losing opportunities really, and just not showcasing ourselves in maybe the way that we want to be seen. So that's all that I wanted to say about that. If you've got any questions, any comments, any thoughts on that, do you struggle with, being in control of your body language? Do you pay attention whether or not you're crossing your arms when you're listening to somebody? Or do you pay attention to whether or not you're smiling or you seem approachable? I'd love to know. Leave it in the questions below, or leave it in the comments below. And if you've got any suggestions for what people can do, you can feel free to leave them below as well. I would love to know what works for you. Obviously, an alarm in my phone works for me. What do you do to combat those problems? All right, so there you go. This has been brought to you by the Raw Sphere team, which is my online coaching community full of amazing resources, full of like-minded business owners just like you who want to build the best business that they can, have a stress-free business and life. And I help them to do that by, giving them access to resources, by helping them to do things faster than they might normally be doing them. If I don't know the answer, we've got guest experts that come into the group every month that teach, and I can always refer you on to other people who might know better. Plus, I can help keep you accountable, and we've also got a mastermind that you can sign up for, which keeps you accountable with your goal setting every single month. All right, so that's what I wanted to say today. Hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.